Hi guys! Oh my god, it has been a hot minute since I've filmed a YouTube video. I'm sure you guys can all relate, but sometimes I just get these like really crazy, intense, intrusive flashbacks of times when my IBS either tried to kill me or just like flat out ruin my life. And that's kind of what happened. I kind of had these random flashbacks and I was like, you know what, fuck it, let's just sit down and film a YouTube video. So the first flashback I had was to my graduation day. It's so funny because a few days before my college graduation, my best friend Sam, who you guys might have seen in some of my earlier videos, I think she's just in one video, but you know what I mean. She also has IBS and her graduation was like a day or two before mine. And I remember she was sitting in her ceremony texting me, like in the middle of her graduation ceremony, texting me, telling me that she was having an IBS attack and she felt like she was dying. And you know, when you're graduating from college, those are like huge graduations. There's like what seems like 1,000 people around you. There's no easy way to escape. It's super awkward if you get up to like go to the bathroom. It's just not an option. And I just remember her texting me like, I'm gonna shit my pants. And thankfully she made it through and she was fine. But I was like, oh my God, dear Lord, please don't let that happen to me. So I'm sure you can already see where this is going. My graduation day rolls around. My parents flew in for my graduation ceremony and like they're like really hyped to see me graduate. And I'm like sitting there getting ready for my ceremony and it hits. The cramping starts, the sweating starts, the nausea. Oh my God, the nausea was so bad. I remember texting my mom as I was getting ready, being like, I don't know if this is gonna happen. I've gone to the bathroom like several times at this point. It's like, yeah, I'm having like diarrhea, but I also feel like I'm gonna start puking. I'm pouring sweat. It's already like 100 degrees out in Illinois at that point. I meet up with my best friend because we're both gonna be in the same ceremony. She looks at me and she's like, oh, you're sick, huh? So we walk over to the ceremony and thankfully we had like an hour before the ceremony actually started. We just had to be there early. And that entire hour, everyone's like standing and talking and like reminiscing on good times. I am sitting like crouched on the floor like this, like hugging my knees in my fucking cap and gown, hugging my knees because the cramps are so bad and I'm just dying. I'm not talking to anyone. People are trying to talk to me. They're like, are you good? Like, what's wrong? And I'm just like, leave me alone. At the same time, I'm texting my other best friend, Evan, because his brother was graduating from the college that I was. So my best friend, Evan, was actually like sitting in the audience and Evan knows like how I am. And he knows that like I need like a clear path wherever I am that gets me to the exit or to the bathroom, no matter where I am. He already knows what I'm thinking. I'm like already panicking that I'm gonna have no easy way to get out of the room. And like the angel he is, he literally texts me like a floor plan of how the ceremony is set up. And he sends me a picture and he's like, look, you have this like wide ass aisle. If you need to leave and you need to get up and you need to go to the bathroom, like it's totally fine. Like you can do it. And then they start like lining us up to like start walking in. And of course my nerves and my anxiety just start all over again. I shit you not. It was like a 1.5-minute walk from the building we were in to the other building we had to go to like actually be at the ceremony. And in that 1.5 minutes of a walk, I thought I was gonna have to shit in the bushes. I was like dying again. And I just remember walking into the graduation ceremony and the entire ceremony just sitting there doing like one of these, like holding my stomach and like rocking back and forth the entire fucking 2.5-hour ceremony. I don't think I heard a word of any of the speeches. I was like not there mentally, but I made it through the ceremony. And of course, the minute the ceremony ended, I was totally fine. Crazy how that works. The next flashback I just had a little while ago is equally as traumatizing, like stupid traumatizing. You know what I mean? Just like, ugh, why did it have to happen then and there? Okay, so I don't know how much information I should give right now. Basically, I don't think this is a secret, especially if you follow me on Instagram at MyIBSLife. You should follow, shameless plug. Before COVID hit, I was at my last 9-to-5 corporate job and it was awful. It was like a very, very toxic work environment and like very cutthroat, which I do not thrive in that type of environment. Now, before I go further, I do want to say that I love the people that were on my marketing team. I know some of you might be watching this. Obviously, you guys know how it was. Outside of work, we were really great friends. We were really close. Inside of work, we fought like siblings. Anyway, there was a day we were having one of our normal marketing meetings and the CEO of the company stepped in. And the minute minute he walked in the room, he just makes it so, like it's just like your chest closes up and you feel like you can't breathe, and everyone's on edge at that point, and it's like every man for himself. And of course, as I'm getting more stressed and more anxious, my symptoms appear. This was every fucking day at that job, but I digress. I start feeling so sick that it gets to the point where I feel like I can't even like open my mouth because if I open my mouth to say something, I'm just going to like, you know what I mean? And of course the CEO starts like shitting on me. And then one of my other coworkers jumps in to like save the day, but it also like throws me under the bus. And so I'm just like sitting there. I couldn't even speak up for myself because I was so sick. And yeah, I just had to like sit there and like take it. Take all this like unnecessary bullshit from like these people around me, because my IBS literally made me so sick that I just like couldn't function, I couldn't talk, and I couldn't stand up for myself. And yeah, it was just honestly the worst. But yeah, those were just two really interesting flashbacks that just like popped in my mind randomly. I don't know where they came from. Those were like tucked into the back of my mind, and they just said fuck you and came to the front today. So I just thought I would share. Anyway, let me know if you want to hear more crazy flashbacks I have about times my IBS has ruined my life. Thank you so much for being here and for watching. And if you aren't subscribed, you should subscribe, and I will love you forever. You can also find me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. I'm pretty much everywhere. So if you want to see more of me, that's great. If you don't, I get it. But with that, I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye guys.